evening, everyone. Welcome to our weekly collaboration. This is between Pod B and C. So joining me this evening is XuePing. She's from Singapore. Some of you may have seen her before, whether it's on my page or some other business community page. But here we are again. We are going to start with a topic that we are going to share, just more like a chat and relaxed conversation regarding integrity and character in a digital platform. So before we begin, as usual, we have a quick short introduction about ourselves. Let me start. I'm Felicia, and I'm currently in Malaysia. I'm a wife, I'm a mom of 3, and I'm formerly a banker. I worked for 30 over years as a banker. And here I am right now in the digital business. And that's how I met with XuePing and the rest of the business community. So over to you, XuePing.
Yeah, hi everyone, and thanks Felicia for inviting me to her page to do sharing again. I'm XuePing from Singapore, like what Felicia has mentioned. I only have one daughter, and why I started this digital business is because of my daughter, because I want like more time with her. That's how actually I got into this business, because I understand that it could actually help me to regain back my time freedom to be with her. Yeah.
And XuePing, you have been 3 years plus in the business, right?
Yes, I have been in this business for 3 years plus, correct.
Yeah, that's I believe is quite an experience there. And so thank you for coming here, and today we're going to share with our audience regarding the topic of let me see where I put it on. It's regarding integrity and character. And share with us, what does digital integrity mean to you?
For me, like digital integrity, very simple. It just means that I want to be the same person online and offline. Not mean I do not want to be like one version of myself. Because in this business we actually do a lot of posting, and when I post, I want to be my real, the true person of myself, and not another version that is not me, that I share online. So whatever I share online, whether is it my journey, my fear, and what this business has done for me, it is something that I personally live by. And honestly, in this world, right, people can feel if you are unreal, right? So if I say things that actually is like too good, actually, if I want, I can say, oh, this business is so fantastic, so fantastic. Running a business, a digital business, is easy, but I do not want to put it in that way, because every business does have its own difficulties to manage, but just that this one make it slightly a bit easier, as compared to others, brick and mortar, or others, venture that I have tried out before. So for me, digital integrity, showing the real behind the scenes, even sometimes when I'm tired, I show up, the doubts, and then the juggling between work and parenting and all this, like, I actually show it truthfully, it's more about being real and not that perfect. Yeah. So I do not want to like beautify everything. Yeah.
Everything that we show or we post in our page is the real us, and we also don't want to over exaggerate or showing flashy. It will really caught people attention, but in later part, when you come in, and then if you thought that you become a, you can't succeed or this and that, we also don't want to be like over promising this and that. So just pay attention on the page that when we share certain things, so that is the real becoming as an entrepreneur. Like what XuePing you say, there is ups and downs also. In the beginning, surely it is in something new. So some certain people might be not as like what we, for us we say, oh, it's simple and it's easy. But some people, when they come in and then they see it, no, it's not simple. We also wouldn't know that, but in any way, but this platform, this program has actually lifted a lot of heavy lifting for us, lah, I would say, right?
Yeah.
And so, how do you ensure that this business that is going on, that it can actually align with your belief and also your value?
Wow, this
How
one
do
is
you
very simple.
align that?
This is very simple. I always ask myself back the same question, be it in a business or at work. I always ask myself, can I really sleep well at night, after I do something? If the answer is yes, then I'll know that, I'm actually aligned, because to me, like, alignment means, or what it means being like transparent since day one. It means like, even I know that, sometimes I share that, when people reach out to me, I share that, this business I will share the ups and downs. And then even if it means that people will actually walk away, I'm actually okay, because I do believe that, saying that, like example, like saying that there's a clearly an investment for this business. Instead I don't really want to hide it, because at the end of the day, people will find out that this business actually does require investment. And in real life, right, everything, starting a business require investment. This is a so-called a hard truth. If anything doesn't cost money, is to, go to work, you go to work, you get paid, you trade your time, you don't have to pay for it, you still get paid for it. So I don't like to oversell or give a false hope to people, and I let people make their own decision. I do not want to like pressurize them, or like, um, or telling something that is not true. I believe in, if you share, genuinely, and then you don't expect something to return immediately, right? So this is what my faith and value always like remind me that, I should like build something that never come at the cost of my character, because I do not want to grow fast, because some I do believe, like, some people share that, if you sometimes, like, if you oversell, you overpromise, you can grow very fast, but at the end of the day, I feel like I will lose myself. So for me, I rather, find the right person, and then we grow steadily and rightfully together. That's why I choose to be sincere and not to oversell, this business. Honesty over hype, because hype doesn't last. And then clarity, I want them to be like clarity, have the clarity of what this business is about, and I do not want to confuse them. At the end of the day, right, whatever I do, right, I still want my family to look at what I'm doing and they feel proud. And then, I do not want them to be like, worry about something shady that I do behind, them. So this is how, like, I ensure that, my business actually aligns with what I'm doing, because of family values that we bring to our kid. We want to
Yeah,
be a good
true.
example.
The importance of clarity also, right?
Correct,
Uh,
correct.
but another one important part was that many people watching us sometimes when we go live, um, I think they are still reluctant to ask, and it is very important that, and it's okay for people who are watching us, and then if you are curious, you can just shoot us a message, or even you can even email us, ask question if you are curious if this thing can really work. People will start questioning whether, is this true, is this real. Everybody is so afraid of in the online. So for us here in our business, the first thing that I heard when I first joined the community also, the opening session has already mentioned, uh, we all run this business in an integrity way. So we take accountability on what we share. So, but if anyone out there, if you were to listen to us and probably it is not clear, you can always just check with us. Importantly is ask lah. I think you also have leads that is asking you some questions, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So um, how you deal with the leads. Probably you give one example. You can share with us.
How I deal with my leads is typically I will like understand whether what are they looking for in the business, because I want to set the the how do I put it, the alignment. I want us to be aligned, because some leads that actually thought that starting a business, actually they thought starting a business is actually like doing a job. They do not have to invest means putting in money. So I just typically I will like make sure that we are properly aligned before I proceed. Yeah, because I do not want to somebody is looking for a job, and then I lead them to this business, and then at the end of the day they find that this is something not for them, or like I just want to align our so that align our value with the leads. Yeah, this is what typically I do. And then when whether are they suitable for this business, I will like understand what are they looking for and things like that before we actually proceed. If they are really like keen, and really want to check this business out, we have the 149. I mean, even if you pay for the 149, then after you get the whole business plan and package in detail, and you find that they are not suitable for them, or they are not interested in this kind of framework, they can actually do a refund. And I always follow up with my leads for their refund, so that this is also part of the integrity that I do. Whenever if I told you to like to check this business out in detail, you have to pay this 149. So if you're not interested, I also want to make sure that you actually get back your money. This is something that I always do follow up. It's not like because okay, you are not interested in this business, then I just dump you aside, don't really like follow up with you. So I believe like this is a part of the integrity part that I do value. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, but there is also some who already asked for refund, and
Mm-hmm.
but in later part, because maybe at that point that wasn't the time that they needed, not desperate yet.
Yes.
Then in the later part, they may take action again. Correct?
Mm.
There are
Yeah.
people like that as well.
Yeah. There are
So
many people like that.
it's yeah. So it's okay where the important part is to check it out and look into it. The first part is always, that's why we will say that you register and then watch the webinar. Some people will say they are too busy, why I need to watch a 90 minutes webinar. Well, but first and foremost, if we are working in the online space, that is why the beauty of the business, right? We have this webinar that present to you a basic information. And after you have got that overview of the business idea, and you think that, yeah, you want to go deep dive, then only we we will proceed to the second level, where when you pay the 149, it's a refundable. So after seeing the whole compensation plan, and you really understand, if you don't understand, you keep asking question, and if you think that this is something that you can do, then only you proceed, right?
It's like people always
Yeah.
ask me, why do we pay 149 to get information? Actually, you are not paying this 149 to get information, because if you decide to start this business with us, right, this 149 actually covers the automated system, the email campaign, and then the training. So that's why we say we actually do the refund, is because if you don't start this business, you're not going to need the system and the tools. That's why we do the refund. So I think this I want to address this here is like you're not actually paying 149 to get information. You actually get paying the 149 pre I mean upfront first, so that when you start the business, all this will actually kick in for you. Mm.
Yeah, the tab, the training and joining our private group, and also the coaching call, everything is inside. Yeah, and but actually we don't earn from the 149. Yeah,
Yeah.
and also some people may still holding back, uh, in thinking that what's the catch. I have leads who ask this question also, but didn't even give a full chance to explain the full what is the business like. And so we did some FAQ and put it in our posting. So it require us to really a little bit time to go and explore it and to deep dive and see whether you can really understand what is it about. And before we completely shut down and say no, this is not for me. But of course, like what just now you addressed, there is a two different thing that everyone who look into this business opportunity, that is employee mindset and being as in the entrepreneur mindset is a totally different mindset shift thing. So it is a transition that will take time. And again, coming back before we end the session, starting a business, of course, yes, there is you need to feel the business to start. That means you need to first be able to invest in yourself. And of course, there is a certain sum of amount to start. And it's like what we call it, a business in a box, right? Someone explained
Yeah.
this in a way that is more clear, that it's like a franchise system in the online space, but it's everything in a box ready for you. So we every one of us go through that process, right? Shaping,
Yeah. Correct.
register, and if you like what you see, then you move on to the next step uh, before shutting down. So you got to be open to look into it. But the good part of this digital business was that it has changed many people's life. Yeah, when we all get in also, we could see. That's why we always invite our leads to join our private group, right? So that they can explore around, look around, and check it out and see for themselves the community that we were talking about. Well, Shabin, before we end, do you have any other things to add?
Like what Felicia is saying, like always take the chance to explore before saying no, because I understand that many actually when they do a search online, because I have a lead who actually did a search online what this business digital business about, and then for him he search came out as a scam. So I was like, hey, is this a scam? Why digital business is called a scam? So for me, I did another Google search on my phone, and then it turns out that it explained, digital business could be e-commerce, blah, 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 blah. So, it has different meanings. So some people, might think everything that is online when you search, right, you are, getting a so-called informed detail, but, and then, that person just actually like shut me off. But then before that, he was sharing about his why does he want to explore this business, because he faced a retrenchment, blah 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 blah, all sorts of things. And then just because you did a search online, and then you just shut yourself off, from this opportunity. So like what I say is like, always, make an informed, check, you don't shut off the door just because something that you see online, because sometimes I understand that online can be dangerous, but not everything online is negative. Yeah. Yeah, this is what I want to share to the audience. If you are seriously want to look for something to work online, which is the trend now, and then online is dangerous, as I know people has mentioned, the way is not to avoid it, is to how you want to overcome, and how do you want to proceed to protect yourself, yeah, to online scam or things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, if they were to see some over promising things, extra wording, very flashy, those are even more scary, where you need to
Yes,
think
correct.
twice and three times. So probably if you were to see our page, maybe we are not so what exaggerate and flashy or what. That's okay, because what we're sharing here is not much of about us, but about how when you get into this business, you see it for yourself, you explore it yourself, and you see that how this could be a change for you to build a better future, not just for yourself, and personal growth, but also for your family. And always remember that in any business, it does require investment. But in our business here, uh, you got to be willing to learn and also be willing to have that um, open heart and open mind to invest in yourself first. And there is mentorship, there is coaches, and the training side is very international level, very step by step and orderly. The resources is a lot, and so it's up to us to take our every effort in to make the success happen, right, Xiaoping?
Yep, correct,
So
correct.
that's why, and the success is not like whether it's the upline or downline, all this thing, but the success is that particular individual itself, right?
Yes, correct.
So no pressure. If you have been watching us and still unsure, just be free to reach out to us and ask question. Yeah, we are happy to answer you if you have any question. Important part is to ask, because if you were to assume and close down, and we're not going to go anywhere, we're not going to get anything, right?
Yep.
So XuePing, thank you so much for your time, and it's 9 p.m. already.
Yes. Yes. Thank you to you
Yeah,
too.
thank you, XuePing. So that's
Okay.
it from us today. Thank you for joining us, and we hope that you have gained some value from the sharing. Thank you so much, and bye bye, XuePing.
Bye bye, everyone.